Thank you for joining us. So nice. Welcome, one and all, to The Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert, and it is the Monday before Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Okay? Meaning you've only got 3 more days to come up with what you're thankful for. Now, if you're really stuck, just say Keanu Reeves. Everybody likes him. Personally, I'm grateful that on Friday, history was made because Joe Biden temporarily transferred power to Vice President Kamala Harris while undergoing a routine colonoscopy, making Harris the first woman to assume presidential power. Yes, 100 years after women got the right to vote, we finally got the first female president on a technicality. Turns out, and I did not know this. This was shocking to me. I did not know this, Sean. Turns out this whole time the glass ceiling was up Joe Biden's butt. Did not know.
Oh!
Did not know. Had no idea. Harris had presidential powers for 85 minutes. Not very long, but still, the job is so stressful. Here's what she looked like before and after. There you go. This temporary handover is not unprecedented, but it's a departure from how the same situation was handled by former President Sulk Hogan. You see, back in 2019, the last guy underwent a colonoscopy, but he did not want to hand power to then Vice President Mike Pence, so he refused to go under anesthesia. Gives a whole new meaning to his campaign motto, MAGA! Now, there you go. Biden's colonoscopy was part of his annual physical, where his doctors found that he's healthy and remains fit to successfully execute the duties of the presidency. That's great. Glad he's healthy, of course. Kind of hoping they'd find out that he has that Benjamin Button disease. He's actually getting younger every day. It wasn't just his physical exam. Biden's doctors also checked the old noodle shop and confirmed he's still got a whole bag of ramen, showing no findings consistent with any cerebellar or other central neurological disorder. I can pass any brain test you throw at me, Jack. You want me to remember 5 words you told me? Easy peasy. Here we go. Person, woman, Jack Malarkey. Come on. Got it. I'm serious. I love words.
Get it, Joe. Get it.
I got them.
Get it, Joe.
I love words. The only thing I got more in my mouth is teeth. But the man is 79, and it shows, because Biden's physical did find that he's suffering from a perceptibly stiffer and less fluid gait, or as Fox News calls it, gate. The president is also apparently experiencing a more frequent need to clear his throat or cough. But look, as you get older, you make more weird noises. Happens to everybody. Happens to me. That's why my audio guy has to mute me every time I sit down or stand up. Just listen to my isolated mic from last week. Please welcome back to The Late Show, Adam Driver.
Here we go. With the knees.
After his physical, that joke's based on a true story. After his physical, Biden headed to the annual turkey pardoning ceremony. But to promote the event, the White House released this video of the condemned. That's nice, but why did they put 70s porn music over that? I don't... Making gravy. I guess the video's NSFW, naked, sexy, foul, whoopee. At the ceremony itself, Biden enjoyed their names.
2 names I couldn't agree on more, who better help celebrate the holiday in which they break the bread for 2 turkeys named Peanut Butter and Jelly.
What better way to celebrate the holiday than with peanut butter and jelly, except maybe anything associated with Thanksgiving? Drumstick and cranberry, mashed potatoes and stuffing, Aunt Rita and casual racism. Also on Friday, the FDA and the CDC made it official and announced that all American adults are now eligible for coronavirus vaccine boosters. Yes, everyone. Come on. tack.
Get that third stick.
Everyone's getting their third shot and counting. By the end of the pandemic, we're all going to look like this. Picture of health. The move was made in part because rates of people getting boosted were slowed by months of confusion over complicated guidelines. I don't actually think they were that complicated. Boosters were available for people over the age of 65, those with underlying medical conditions, and those at high risk of exposure as long as they got it in the right arm from the hours of midnight to 6 a.m., Tuesdays and Thursdays, only at participating Wednesdays while supplies last. Void were prohibited. Not. Now that the booster has finally been okayed, you might want to get one. CNN's Dr. Jonathan Reiner explains.
I think you need to assess your own vulnerability. If you are not boosted, you are not fully vaccinated.
What? Why didn't anyone tell us this earlier? That's like finding a label on a bulletproof vest. Warning, won't stop bullets, buy 2 more. Then it's not right.
It's not right.
It doesn't make sense.
It should work.
But
Nobody told us. No.
Then Dr. Reiner warned holiday travelers to leave their masks on at all times.
And if you're not fully vaccinated, you need a really good mask. When you're on an airplane, I would skip the small glass of soda.
Okay, I'll skip the small glass of soda and go right to the tiny bottle of bourbon. Of course, big news on Friday was that after being accused of crossing state lines, killing 2 people, and wounding another last year during a Black Lives Matter protest, Kyle Rittenhouse was acquitted on all counts. Okay. Yeah, okay, cards on the table. I'm not a legal expert, so I can't tell you whether or not Kyle Rittenhouse broke the law. But I can tell you this. If he didn't break the law, we should change the law. That seems simple. That seems simple. If Emily Post said it was perfectly proper to go to Thanksgiving, drop trowel, and leave your ass print in the pumpkin pie, I'd be like, okay, not illegal, but the system is clearly broken. So Rittenhouse was found not guilty, but only a complete moron would celebrate this clear tragedy by making this guy a hero. Enter Florida congressman and man demanding to know why he's being kicked out of this Sweet 16 party, Matt Gaetz. After the verdict, Gaetz tweeted, "Not guilty!" Of course, Gaetz has a vested interest in juries finding people not guilty, especially when it involves a 17-year-old crossing state lines. In other news, true story. In other news, babies. They're like people, but happy. The U.S. birth rate has now declined for the 6th straight year, which means we may not have enough population growth to keep the future economy afloat. Specifically, the daytime talk show economy. You are not the father because you opted to use your 30s to pursue a second master's. Hey, good for you. The anti-baby trend looks to continue because a record number of adults who don't have children say they're not going to have them, according to a survey which asked, thinking about the future, how likely is it that you will have children someday? That survey conducted by the New England Journal of Mothers-in-Law. It's a follow-up to their landmark study, Who's Gonna Drive Me to the Airport? When asked why they're unlikely to have kids, 56% said it's because they just don't want them. For some reason, these people prefer sleeping, drinking, sex, extra income, nice furniture, weekend plans, and having more than 30 seconds to poop. Unsurprisingly,
Mother-in-law.
that is actually all the parents clapping because they know that joke is true. Unsurprisingly, a lot of folks also felt it would be too difficult to raise kids because of medical issues, economic or financial reasons, and the spiraling costs of childcare, healthcare, and education. And most compelling of all, how hard it is to get their little shoes on. We're already late! Why are there suddenly no bones in your entire body? Forget it! I'll put them on in the car and I'll drive with my feet. We got a great show for you tonight. My guests are Andrew Garfield and Chef Jose Andres. But when we return, just what is an NFT? Watch my segment about it, and I promise you still probably won't know.